Mullen Group missed expectations in its latest quarter. The stock is down today. Joining us now is Murray Mullen. He's chair and senior executive officer at Mullen Group Limited. It's a trucking and logistics firm largely serving the oil and gas sector in Western Canada. Murray, thanks a lot for joining us. You're pretty blunt in the earnings release today about the operating environment that your company is in. You do congratulate your employees on succeeding at keeping revenue stable and increasing operating income before accounting items, D&A, depreciation and amortization. But you go on to call the market conditions very challenging with soft demand, competitive pricing pressures, and you say that 2025 is not likely to be a whole lot better. The Canadian economy remains range-bound, you say, with at best downside risks emerging from the potential trade war. What's your message to investors, given that view of the macro backdrop?
Yeah, well, you hit it on right on the head. Is that's what we did talk about with our investors and gave them the heads up. Is that look, our company's fine, but when you look across the Canadian economy, no matter who you're talking to, Paul, it's difficult to identify where's the growth opportunities. And so, and there's a few more trade wins that have come in now with the trade talk and all of that, it's difficult to see how that leads to demand increase. It's going to definitely mean to change, and we have to be prepared to change along with that. So, my style, and I've always been upfront with shareholders, I have no idea how it's all going to work out, but I raise the risk that things need to get settled down, and our politicians are going to have to really work overtime here to try and get this, get the best deal that we can so that we minimize the negative effect of the economy. Because once you do, you're impacting people's jobs, right? I mean, that's what we're talking about, is people's jobs at the end of the day. So I just highlighted to the shareholders, look, just be aware. And, you're hearing a lot of companies say the same thing right now.
You are asked an interesting question on the analyst conference call. You were asked about headwinds from a lack of capital investment and weakness in the Canadian dollar. And as I see it from a transcript, your answer was as follows: Canada is losing the capital investment game. If Canada is not in a position, if Canada is not in a place to deploy capital, I'm going to deploy it. I'm not going to deploy it here. Tell us more about that view.
Well, look, I mean, at the end of the day, what do shareholders pay me to do? They want us to deploy the capital, and when you do that, you follow capital. So where is capital going? And I've simply highlighted to our politicians, it's time, that we have to become more pro-business friendly, because the U.S. has gone all business friendly, and they're going to attract more capital. And this is not a game of win-win and everybody, we play for ties here. This is, can we get in where where capital wants to put its money to work in Canada? And right now, we're losing that game. You only have to look at the value of the Canadian dollar today vis-a-vis 5 years ago or 10 years ago, and you see we're losing that game. I hope we turn that around.
What are some of what's on your wish list in terms of, I guess, governments, federal and provincial governments making this country more attractive for investment?
Well, it all starts with public policy, right? And that's up to the politicians to really get their heads around that and say, look, if you want to have capital go to work in your country or your province or whatever sector, well, you have to make the rules such that capital will want to go there. Otherwise, it just goes somewhere else. And I'm just highlighting is that there's no growth in the Canadian economy. And the biggest drag that we've seen, because all we do is haul freight, right? That's all we do. And what we've seen is really there's no capital investment. There's no capital goods moving. We pivoted our company a long time ago away from the energy business, Paul. We're not big in oil field service. We haul everything for the consumer. I pivoted away a long time ago on that because I saw that we're going to run into some problems in our energy space, and yes, we have. So we pivoted a long time ago on that, but we just haul freight. I'm just pointing out there's not a lot of good capital good freight that's moving. You just heard on the earnings call on Deere, they're down, and all we do is move their freight. So it's a little soft right now. We need to have a change in public policy in Canada if you want to have create more jobs associated with the deployment of capital.
You are a North American company. You've got, as I understand, some operations in the U.S. Are you considering increasing the U.S. footprint of your company?
Yeah, we just meet with our folks down there, and the team down there. I can tell you, they think they're going to win that capital game. Now, who wins? None of us know for sure, but there's a real optimism down in the U.S. that they're going to grow that economy and that capital is going to go to work in the U.S. Unfortunately, I think that comes at the expense of those that are not well prepared for that. So, I have to look and say, if the U.S. is going to grow faster than Canada, where would my shareholders like me to put their capital to work? You want me to be just more in Canada and do nothing, or should I look somewhere else and say, you know what, follow the capital where you will see, that's where you will see opportunity. So I have to be realistic and say that, sure. And I have avoided it for the longest time, but it's something I have to be realistic about today and say, look, we may have to, there might be more opportunity down in the U.S. unless our politicians, and I was commented, can get things going. I call it get your act together, so that we can then say, leave it here, don't go there. But that's up to them to put the policies in place to make sure that we do that. But my job is just to deploy capital on behalf of shareholders.
Murray, thanks as always for a frank conversation. That's